going on, folks? Welcome back. Today I'm out doing a bit of dry fly fishing. I am using my Shakespeare Agility Rise 8'6" full weight, perfect little rod. On that is a Sierra Track 2 reel, and that is loaded with Barrio full weight mallard line on there. Absolutely perfect little combo for this river. And I've got a little furled leader on there. I've had normal tapered mono leaders before, and I thought I'd try out this furled leader, and it's actually been really good. I've got a tippet ring on there, so I don't have to keep changing. If I had a furled leader, I wouldn't be able to cut that back, so there's a tippet ring on the end, and onto that I've got some Hardy copolymer 6X tippet on there. I can't see any rises at the moment. I've just arrived, it's early morning. It's a little bit dull and grey. It's a little bit cooler, so I'm just going to wait and see if I see any rises. If not, I'm probably going to try and gnat, and I'll show you my fly box now. So my fly box is a little bit of a mess, but when I can't see any hatches, I tend to go small. So these little Griffin Snaps, they're size 16, nice and sparkly, and they represent most of the small midges that you get on these streams, or even little small black foam beetles there. But I'm probably going to start off on the little Griffin Snap, maybe try a Clink Hammer today as well, but we'll see what happens.
Trying to get a video of these tiny little gnats. I don't know if you can see them flying around.
But this here is the Griffin Snap. Quite small, if you see my thumb next to it, it's a tiny little fly. But what I'm going to do, as I haven't seen any rises, is I'm just going to flick this around a few likely looking spots. I'm just going to cover as much of the river as I can with this fly and see if anything has a take for it until we start seeing some fish confidently rising. Okay, so I'm just moving out away from this tree behind me, but I'm just going to start getting the fly out there. Till I got good clearance behind me for the back cast. A little bit of a breeze today. The issue I find with this river is that the breeze comes straight down it, so it's often in your face here. So that's something we've got to fight against, unfortunately. But okay, I'm a firm believer in changing when things aren't working, so I've switched up to a olive Clink Hammer now, size 16. Okay, this monstrosity is something that I tied a couple of months ago. Not sure what you'd call it. Ugly fly, who knows. Caught me quite a few fish on here though. When I couldn't really work out what fish were taken, I've been casting this and catching them. So that's what's happening today. So let's give that a go. So there's a decent breeze, and every time this breeze dies off, the fish rise. There we go, that was a, oh. Okay, let's cover that fish again. That was instant, changed my fly. First proper cast into the zone. There we go, there's a fish. Acrobatic. Oh, it's a bit snagged up in the weeds. It's a little brownie. He's in the net. Just want to show you this fish quick. Lovely little brown trout. Perfect, let's see him go. What a lovely little trout that was. Proper acrobatics off of that guy. I caught him on a little mayfly imitation. I tied this up myself It's got some deer hair tails, a little bit of a yarn wing, and then some cock hackle, soft tackle on there. I've seen a few more risers at the moment, so I'm going to have a couple more casts and see what I can pick up, but I'm really happy with their little brownie. Hope that got well on the video. As I've been looking upstream, just across to the right of me here, next to that bank of vegetation, there's been a little fish rising. So hopefully, going off the success of this fly, I'm going to cover that area a few times and see if we can pick him out. He's really not very far away at all. It's important to mend the line just to make sure that you get a good drift. It's also important, if you think you're in the fish zone, not to whip your fly away too quickly on top of it, because that will spook it, ripping the line off the water like that. If you've got to do it, you've just got to be really gentle with it. I don't think he's going to rise. Okay, that's fine. And just like that, we can go straight back upstream, carry on fishing. So now I've hopefully found a pattern they'll take. I'm on the lookout now, really. I'm going to be really slowly heading upstream, looking out for trout or grayling that are facing up, and just trying to get a good cast on them, really. You just want to drop it just in front of them, but you don't want your main line or the bulk of your leader to be right on top of them, because they'll see that. Doesn't look natural to them. You really want just a perfect, delicate drop of the fly. There we go. Oh. Okay, missed that take. So what I'll do, if I've missed a take, I'll give it 20-30 seconds to rest. I think it feels a bit unnatural if they've had a strike and they're immediately presented again. So I've given it 15-20 seconds, dropped the fly in again, and I missed. I'm not quick enough, so I'm going to ignore that section for now, cover another little bit of river. I might give it a little bit longer now. I've had 2 missed takes on it. I don't want to put the fish off. It's obviously gonna work it out after a while. You know, if you could let me know in the comments whether I'm being too quick or too slow for these strikes. I've heard mixed reviews, so I'd be interested to know what you guys think. Okay, I'm going to cover that fish again. Here we go, the fly's plenty upstream. No take that time. No interest, it's potential. Nope. There we go. Fish on. Still there. Lovely little grayling. He was there, missed him twice. Got him on the final cast. Perfect. Let's get him into the net. Perfect. Fly is out. There's my fish. Beautiful little grayling. And he's off. So current tally is 1 brownie, 1 grayling, and a couple of missed grayling. Just thought I'd take a minute to run through a few bits of my kit that I've got on me today. So I've got this little zinger strip here. It's great, it extends out pretty much the whole length of my arm, and on that I've got line nippers and a pair of forceps as well. That is, you know, 2 bits of essential kit to keep with you at all times, and the fact they're on a zinger means I'm not going to drop them in the river, and they're there, arm's reach, really handy, just ready to go. On my other side, I've got this I bought this recently, it's called a tacky tube, and it's a little fly patch basically, and you can stick your flies in there, they'll dry out, and they're just there, ready to access whenever you want them. You've got these little slots to stick them in, all these little magnetic plates. It closes up, gets airflow in there, so it means your stuff isn't going to rust sooner than you want it to. If you've got some favourite flies, you want them to be nice and dry, so you don't want to be putting them away wet into your box. So they dry off in there, keep rust free, and they're just instant access. I keep a few that I've used throughout the session, so I can just swap back to them quickly if I need. Yeah, that's my kit I've got on me. Obviously I've got the same net as I've had before, which is a Cortland catch and release net. Lovely little net, perfect. It's really decent size, you know, you'd be struggle to find a good brownie to fill this out. And that's just attached by a little magnet on the back of it, and the magnet clips onto the back of my backpack. Net's out of the way, but at arm's reach whenever I need it.